Hello everyone, the live stream cut out. I'm so sorry about that, but I was still recording over here. So here is the full version with love reading at the end. So stay tuned. I'll timestamp that for you. I'm live. Hello everyone. Thank you for clicking on my channel and welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine and I live in Nova Scotia. It's been a long time since I did a live and we're not doing it the usual way. I wanted to do a live stream because of all of the things that are changing in the world right now. And if you've been listening to any of the readings, you know that I've been warning you all that we're in the big ugly. We've entered into the big ugly on the global level. But what I really wanted to talk to you about, and I will also do a collective love reading for you before we end this live stream, but not the usual way that we've done it. So I won't be taking any names, but if I do have time, I'll probably pull for some of you, but I'll do a collective love reading. What I want to get into is the UFO disclosure and how close it is. And I think that people are in for a big surprise. I'm going to give you a couple of names. One is a channel. It's called Dark Journalist, and he dives deep into the mystery schools, the esoteric, the X-Files, the UFO disclosure. And just a reminder that the word occult, the definition of it is hidden things. And things are coming out on a scale that is going to snowball with UFO disclosure. Now, RFK, Robert Kennedy Jr., has announced that he's going to run as president for the Democrats, and Trump, of course, for the Republicans. I don't like either of them. Either side, conservative, liberal, none of them. I don't trust anyone. I don't think anybody should trust government the way it's been handling the population. But a lot of the hidden things are coming to light and are going to more and more as we progress into the summer. So as we are hitting the big ugly, of course, they're going to have distractions for us, or declare a new, emergency to lock down the world. I want to talk about AI and all of the things that are being said about it. And with good reason, we should be afraid of AI. There is good reason for that. However, ChatGPT capped the information flow back in February. So it's not really learning anything more except the narrative that it's being programmed with it. But now we have open sourced AI and it's overtaking the centralized AI. And I think that is part and parcel as to these predictions, and according to the data that I've been following for decades, how this is unraveling. For some reason, universe just loves humanity or favors humanity. Elon Musk had a girlfriend who gave him 2 children. And she is also an actress. I think her name is Grimes. And in June, there is this movie being released called Death Before Dying. It's about Ahriman. Now in the mystery schools, ancient mystery schools, Ahriman is the devil of the Bible. Lucifer, they're both against humanity, but Ahriman faces humanity to extract from them. There's a lot of interesting things that are going on here right now, guys. Straight off the top, I got to tell you, if RFK has stated he's going to release the files if he becomes president, and Trump has said the same thing. He wouldn't before because he didn't think humanity could handle it, but now he's saying, well, yeah, okay, I would. He will, or whatever. All I can say, if any disclosure comes out, well, it's going to come out, but if it comes out through government, I'm very naturally going to be very suspicious of it. I think the real disclosure is with us. More and more people are seeing UFOs. They had that ridiculous fiasco of a Chinese balloon going over the US, over all these military bases. And the things that governments tell us, this is a story, trust us, believe us. It's absolutely insane what is going on. So we're seeing, and this is all part and parcel and distractions because everything is collapsing. The economy's collapsing. Governments, there's regime changes all over the place. You can't even keep up. Ahriman is all about technology and our reality, and wants to take man, humans, into his world, the 8th sphere. Now, there was a national reconnaissance that was created around the time of JFK, and we never heard about it until about 35 years later. But okay, I know that this is jumping a lot. Guys, just bear with me putting my thoughts together. The CIA has a motto that there is no truth. What was so fascinating about, and I really advise you guys, if you're interested in what's coming, you can start connecting a lot of the dots by going and listening to the Dark Journalist and his studies, his research. Now, talking of other beings, it was Rudolf Steiner, and I believe he lived around the turn of the 19th century, or maybe later. I think it was around the turn of the 19th century, or early 1900s, sorry, 18th century, I guess. But he's written some incredible works from the mystery schools. And we know that these, controllers of the world, including the CIA, have manipulated and taken control of how we think. To bring in this technology, there is that prophecy of the Antichrist. Ahriman was prophesied to manifest to humanity in the 20th, in this century. And it looks like it's on our doorstep. Because the more I looked into this Ahriman and the connection, it's almost like Ahriman and Lucifer, the only thing that polarizes the two of them is Christianity. It's really interesting how this all comes together, guys, but I really encourage you to do it, because with this UFO disclosure, we're going to see beings. Now, Ahriman, Lucifer's busy right now. I know this might sound really weird, but we're going to see these in these disclosure files of these beings that they've been covering up. They actually live on solid Earth, in the realm of solid Earth, and our connections are through, we're sharing a psychic space. Humanity's sharing psychic space with these beings. Now, these beings are clever, cunning, tricksters, but they are also kind. As with the danger with anything that is of a higher intelligence, or you know how power corrupts. This is what apparently, according to these mystery schools, Lucifer has been busy trying to talk these beings into joining their side, more or less, to trick humanity. So when you see things coming out with these UFO files, that Alessandro, what's his name? Alessandro or whatever. He said, well, I used to work for the CIA, but I don't anymore. Well, that's not good enough. I think anything that's been schooled by the CIA cannot be trusted, because their motto is, there is no truth. And it's interesting to see how it has affected populations, especially the younger generations, of, you know, what is your truth, and everything being muddled up. Remember the argument that was flying around the news about mathematics, you know, 2 + 2 = 5, because that's my truth kind of thing. And people argued about that. Again, it was just another distraction. But it's also part of this cleverness and cunningness of these beings, who apparently only live in multitudes. So in one of Steiner's book, the Dark Journalist talked about, was that, you know, when he counted 1, 2, 3 of these beings coming through, then they would trick him, and there would be many. And it would look like 2 × 2 = 8. And when he was reading that, I thought, boy, that reminded me of when that, I guess it was last summer or the summer before, when people were saying 2 + 2 = 5, if that's your truth. Sorry about that. Am I still live? I'm still live? Okay. So I hearkened back to that time where there was, and it's called stupid news for a reason. It is a distraction, and it's just like, oh, another argument we have to fight over, you know, what is truth? And then reality kicks you right in the arse. And I think that's what's happening. This new reality that's manifesting is an arse kicker. And despite this Luciferian way of talking all these beings into being on, you know, we've seen it in the Bible about they are legions of, you know, for the big battle. And watching everything that's going on in the world, and we can see all of this unfolding. This Ahriman, when Ahriman manifests, what will it look like? What will this Antichrist look like? And biblically, it was, you know, everybody would be on their side. Well, we kind of got a taste of that with, you know, everyone lining up to obey government orders and mandates. And not everyone did. But these people that are in control, they're just puppets, trying to bring in their Messiah, I guess you could call it. And it's interesting how this is all, again, we could go into the economics, the CBDCs that they're trying to roll out now. I'm afraid Canada is going to go down a very, very dark hole, while the US kicks into the next level already of what is coming. And it can't be stopped. So as for AI, this can't be stopped. And Ahriman will likely manifest in a form of AI, because Ahriman is about technology and virtual reality. And this is to hijack man's mind. So let me check my notes, guys. I covered that. The CBDCs, I covered that. I don't think they're going to be accepted. Or In Canada, probably, but it will fail monumentally. There will be a lot of backlash from that. And we must keep in mind too, whatever we are seeing in technology, guys, it's so far beyond that. The technology is 40, 50 years ahead of what we are told. So when this this government is, these governments are pushing the narrative of an alien invasion, and it is coming, guys. We can see snippets of it coming out in the news, and we can see where it's starting to head. Hi, Lizzie B. Hi, May. Cat Lover, Christine, Swaru. So we're seeing that. These heads of governments, they follow the old mystery schools, the Rosicrucians, and you can find a lot of dots connected there. So all of these things are coming out, guys. It's coming out. We're entering the big ugly as we speak. We're entering it. Even if you're not aware of it, there are some huge, huge things taking place now that is going to affect us all. And I've heard people say, I'm just going to live my life. I'm going to do my thing, create my own reality. And then all of a sudden it's on your doorstep. Were you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Are you prepared? Because when they push this narrative of this alien invasion, it could be very believable, especially because of these beings. Like, why wouldn't they want control? Why wouldn't they? They're more intelligent. And if Lucifer's there saying, hey, you know, you can get a good cut on this deal, and we'll have, we'll take over humanity. Ahriman will take over the mind of humans, and the evolution stops. The evolution of humanity stops. And spiritually, maybe have to look for another planet and be outcasts. Who knows? But this is not unfolding the way they were hoping, without any speed bumps. They're hitting huge mountains. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirit. These mountains unraveling, and people are seeing the truth. Now, there's still going to be distractions, and they're still going to seem believable. But reality is going to kick in. And many people will be angry because this was hidden from humanity for so long. So in learning about all of this, guys, now when I started out, I was a young mother and computers came out. And in the 80s, early 80s, I thought, well, if I have children growing up and learning these computers at school, I will not know how they're taking control of my children, that they won't have a mind of their own, that they won't make choices on their own, but be manipulated. We did a lot of things when they were children to help them understand that there was really a two-tier existence on this planet. Not pretty. So I went to college and I learned computers. I learned offset printing. Anything that had anything to do with technology, I wanted to learn it. Later on, I got into other things. I went out and got my A+ in hardware and software and certified. And then I went into business college, and then now AI. And I'm a much older woman, and AI is upon us. So is my age going to stop what I've always been doing? And that is getting ahead of it. So this is what's been happening, guys, with the open sourced AI. They're overtaking centralized AI. And I'm always purporting everything should be centralized. But people, many people, oh gosh, guys, to come to the realization that we're the ones we've been waiting for is going to be a hard pill to swallow. But on that note, when I'm doing my readings, and I have to tell you, the Journey Home website has really evolved. I took on AI in the Woo department. There's thousands of people that are working with open sourced AI. In 1 week, it was at 93% of what ChatGPT is. And I got that news a couple of weeks ago. So it's probably overtaken it by now. And needs to. It needs to be decentralized. So it's a matter of programming, teaching, and learning. With the centralized AI like ChatGPT, I like going there. I like arguing with this centralized version of AI where it's got a narrative and you have to believe this, and this is absolutely, it has more to do with a belief system or narrative than with facts. Facts have been twisted to fit a narrative. Not so with decentralized AI, because things can be debunked as we go. I love it. So I'm in the Woo department. I went in and I wanted to know about planets and astrology and how that can affect and couple that with the tarot. And a lot of arguing until you guide that AI to look in certain locations. And what has been evolving is quite amazing. So you'll notice under my videos, the tarot videos, that underneath it, there's a link to an astrology companion to that reading. And I'm having a blast doing that, guys. Members, of course, you get to see things a lot sooner than the rest of the world. You can go months ahead, and I'm doing love readings, overall readings, monthly readings, seasonal readings, and really enjoying it, guys. Really, I'm really feeling those energies. But even in spite of all that, and the tarot and the energies, I always question, always question about these energies that are flowing through me, these thoughts that go through my head, because our thoughts are being manipulated. So trying to come true with kindness or compassion. And apparently these beings do have kindness and compassion. But it would seem to me they need to be reminded of that, even if they are more intelligent than we are. So just be careful, guys. We're entering into the big ugly now. It's going to last through the summer and into the fall. There's going to be shocking revelations. There's going to be panic. There's going to be fallings. The dollar's collapsing as we speak. The fight for cryptocurrency is probably more fierce in Canada and the US than anywhere else in the world, perhaps Britain. But the rest of them are adopting Bitcoin, countries that are adopting it and becoming set up now to be have their own gold-backed currencies. And that will be coming for us in the West as well eventually. But this is where the battleground is for this phase of humanity. Something else I found very, very interesting was finding out about the planets, and that there are 5 planets that are connected to races, species, races on Earth. For an example, Mars is connected to the black people, Ethiopian, Africa, black people. Venus is connected to the Asian people. Mars is connected to the Mongols. Jupiter is connected to white people or European people. And Saturn. Oh, sorry. The red race. Something else that this Rudolf Steiner spoke about in one of his books. I'm fascinated by his work now that I got turned on to it. It's like he's revealing a lot. I've read a lot from other books, but he's shedding a different angle of this light that just makes it a little clearer to me. What did surprise me is what he said about the Americas. That the Americas was the place for civilizations to go and die. That was interesting. So with the collapse of civilization, which many people are worried about, Musk talks about, the worry of we're not making enough babies to keep, and we also know that there's a depopulation agenda going on. But I did that video on the Hopi prophecy of the two roads, and the road going up to freedom and this new level of technology that will solve humanity's biggest problems. And by the way, these UFO files, the X-file, it has a higher security around it than even the atomic bomb did. Much higher. What they have kept from us. And here we are. We're coming in this age of Aquarius into Revelation. And there will be years of, recovery from that. But things will pick up very quickly once we get over this big ugly and into recovery mode, which I suspect would be, well, others may argue, but I think recovery will begin, early 2024. But we have to get through this big ugly. But we shall see how this goes down. This alien invasion that they're starting to push on that narrative, little bites, bits, pieces, to just get people used to it. The idea that there is we're going to move you up in technology because we're going to save you, government. We're our own heroes, guys. Do be careful. Do be careful. And be prepared. Keep your head. Meditate. Meditation is the best. So I covered that. I covered that. I covered that. There is a transparency wave coming at us, guys. And it's begun already. There will be some really radical moves over the next couple of months. Oh, and that Mars had something to do with future control of technology. So false disclosure is coming. It's coming through the CIA, who doesn't believe in truth. Observe, I'll finish it there with observe with meditation. That ability to transcend thoughts and observe is going to become easier and easier for people to do. It is going to come naturally. So let me do a love reading for you guys. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Shruti. Hello, Poisoner Remedy. That's a neat name. Is the stream buffering now? I hope not. There was a glitch there earlier. but I think I corrected that. Let's do a love reading for the people in the chat and anyone who is watching this after the fact. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Every now and then I really need to I really feel a need to get certain information out. And I love doing the tarot. It is a way for me to tap into your energies and your strengths to help you navigate through all these changes that are going on in the world. And I also appreciate you all so very much. So let's do a love reading for the collective in the chat and those who are watching after the fact. I should have shuffled before the live stream. Be kind, Spirit. Here we go. I'll lay these out and talk to you. At the heart of your reading, we see the law of attraction. Or is this something is attracting you and you're jumping in with both feet? This is right at the heart of the reading, guys. For some of you, this is supposed to be a love reading, but I was going to say for some of you that might mean that that can apply in business as well. If you're running a business of your own, you're jumping into a new project with confidence. So this looks like someone returning from the past. There's some karmic ties that have not been dealt with yet, or issues. There's victory in this karma. This is good karma. And I'll tell you why. Because this was over this. And that's victory. Accolades, admiration. Now, at the center of the top row, guys, are you ready for this? We have the King and the Queen of Swords. But you notice they're facing away from each other. And this, again, this is confidence. Perfect communication as to what each of you need to do. And supporting each other in those decisions. Whatever decision they need to make, you support them. Whatever decision you need to make, they're supporting you. But you don't need to be together. You just take it for granted. They've got your back. And they agree. This seems to be masterful as well. This energy. The communication is masterful. Perhaps the two of you are going to get into cahoots with each other with a plan that will bring you to, you know, the victorious windfall of finances. Now, this mastering, this feels like old energy, something you guys are really good at together. That when you're partnered up, you're really good at whatever this is. So there is an opportunity here for you to pull another heist together. It will go off well, and it's almost like one more heist, one more project, one more time, and we win. Time, that karma, or maybe it's the reward of the karma. It feels like a karmic reward. Let's look at the last row here. Oi, oi, oi. Wow. It's like you're breaking chains. It's possible that on the first attempt, you won't make it. It's like the outcome is not going to be what you expected. It's like you two are going to have to communicate and say, we need to go with plan B. And brace yourself for impact. I hope this is making some sense to some of you. The overall energy of this that affected all these energies was the Five of Swords, which is conflict, argumentative. Maybe that's what this is all about, back to back. Good communication, but not agreeing on how this plan is going to roll out. But your energies are masterful. So maybe it's like both of you are digging in your heels saying, no, it's got to be this way. And the other's like, no, let's try it this way. We're seeing you be very confident that it has to go this way, whatever it is. Or if we don't do it the right way, we're going to collect karma. So this feels like conviction. Now this new beginning may be have everything to do with money. And perhaps because you've been feeling stuck. Oh my goodness, guys. I hope you're not planning on going out and robbing a store together or something. We have transformation and pain. Maybe this means that there has to be a delay, unplanned for delay. There's a delay, guys. There's definitely a delay. And whatever this communication is, there is some confusion. And you need to negotiate with this person before you can go full steam ahead. Don't do it on your own. Or you should be willing to do it on your own. I'll take that back. I'll take it back. You should be willing to do it on your own. All by your lonesome. You can accomplish this without the other. Interesting. All right, so we have the Hierophant showing up now with the keys. At higher knowledge. So this really does feel like what is right and what is wrong, how to proceed. Is anybody out there? Am I still streaming live? Can you let me know? Just give me a thumbs up or something. I hate to be thinking that I've been talking for the last hour and it's not even live or something. Anybody there? Golly gee, I guess I'll just continue. And pray to God you're out there. Otherwise I did this all for nothing. Let me get back into this. Whoops. Oh, I'll take that card anyway because it was an accident and there are no accidents. Okay. Okay. So this does look like this is something you have to do independently. And this is if you're afraid that you're afraid of the pain here, you're afraid of the hurt, but there is reciprocity here. Take that leap of faith. This person is going to come through for you. And this is not going to end the way you thought. It's going to be brilliant, though. You have to make a difficult decision to take the next leg of this journey without their aid. course, you're taking on extra work. You're going to be busy. But the king shows up again. The king of swords shows up again. He's got a plan. He's negotiating. And it's because of this person. Things are going to transform. It's going to change. And this is good energy racing towards you. Very good energy. I hope that made sense to some of you. I hope you bloody heard me. This might not even be recording. It could be, I could be buffer stuck. So I'll probably end it there, guys, for fear that I did all that for nothing. And thanks for joining me. God bless you all. And to my subscribers, I so appreciate you. Check out the journey home. Check out the astrology end of it. Yes, it's AI, but it's gathering from all the top astrologers and the planetary effects, and it's evolving into something most interesting. So on that note, guys, not sure when I'll do the next live stream. Maybe next weekend, but I'm sure it won't be more than once or twice a month over the next few months. Busy times. I love you all. Bye-bye for now. Mwah. Thanks for joining me.